Good morning, everybody, and thank you for attending the Why Partner with Sangoma Part 1 webinar today. You've got myself, Mark Jones, who's the UK Channel Manager, and also I'll be ably assisted by Simon Horton, who's the VP of International Sales. The agenda, this is part of a series of webinars that Sangoma are taking part in through from January through to May. We've been covering SIP-Station, free PBX, contact center usage on Switchvox. Today is the Why Partner with Sangoma Part 1, which will be followed by Part 2 on the 5th of March. We'll then be going into further webinars on free PBX and beyond and Sangoma's hospitality solutions. So today's agenda, we'll be covering who is Sangoma, some market insights, what is a partner, the Sangoma Partner Program, and then we'll be summarizing and doing a Q&A session. So to move into that, I will hand over to Simon. So good morning, Simon. If you could take over from here and run through who Sangoma are for the audience.
Yeah, thank you, Mark, and good morning, everybody. It's great to see so many people on the webinar this morning and so much interest in Sangoma. I'm just going to flip back one slide just to remind you guys that if you have questions, please type them into the webinar tool. There's a question bar on that. As Mark said, we'll get to Q&A at the end. And we are recording the presentation, so there'll be a copy out there, the slideware, and a copy of the recording will be available to you guys probably in a day or two's time. So as Mark said, I'm going to quickly walk you through who is Sangoma. And I think the top headlines are, we are a global vendor of effectively telecom solutions, voice solutions. So we have a range of business phone systems. We make and sell the endpoints to phone handsets. We create lots of applications for mobile and desktops to make calls in and out. So really, we're an end-to-end provider of telephony for all businesses. We've been around for 40 years. We're just about to celebrate our 40th birthday. We are headquartered over in Toronto in Canada. We pretty much do all of our own engineering, which is really exciting because it makes us very nimble. We own all of our intellectual property. And as we'll see in a few slides towards the end, we've got staff all over the place. I'm sitting here with Mark in our European headquarters in a little town called Wokingham, which is just sort of west 40 miles, 60 kilometers west of London. In terms of a bit more detail on the company, we're about 700 staff. We're about $250 million of revenue. And as you saw on the previous slide, that grows year on year. We're definitely a growth company, and that gives us opportunities to reinvest a lot of our revenue into R&D, and we can come up with innovative and new and exciting solutions. We've been on an acquisition path the last few years. So you can see in the bottom left there, we acquired StarStar and NetFortz over the last few years. Very, very wide customer base, right? We don't have any concentration in a particular customer segment or a vertical. We know we've got more than 100,000 customers all the way around the world. And as you can see there, 2.7 million UC seats spread across our open source and our commercial systems. We are super proud that we've been in the Gartner Magic Quadrant now for 9 years in a row. And it's very exciting for us, right? As you can see here, these are Gartner's words on the left, not Sangoma's words. So if I can call out a value-based pricing strategy, so we're medium price. We're not super low price. We're not super high price. We're medium price. We have great feature parity with the market that's out there. So we think we're a great option, and of course we're, as it says there, one of the few vendors that can deliver a complete cloud solution from the desk phones to headsets, all the way through survivable branch appliances to the UCaaS software itself. And really, the next slide is another way of presenting that. So there's a lot of what we like to say asses on there, so as a service options, and that's kind of where Sangoma is heading. Not all of these are available in the UK or Europe right now, Again, we are a one-stop shop that offers our customers a lot of choice in terms of how to solve a particular telecoms problem. So we call it the Sangoma Suite, has all of those as a service options, and they're really built on a bunch of hardware and software applications, which you can see in the bottom row. I've said this already, and I'm probably going to say it, but you'll probably hear Mark say it again, that Sangoma gives you options. It's options around which UCaaS platform you would like to deploy. There's options around should you deploy it on cloud, premise, virtualized, or a mix of anything else, which we call hybrid. And then also you can rent or lease the hardware instead of purchasing. So we have a full OpEx solution. And of course, if you go OpEx, there's less risk of obsolescence. We maintain the warranty on that. So really, as we'll see in the coming slides, there's a huge choice of how you deploy our UCaaS solutions and how you pay us for them, how you provide those to your customer. And I think we're pretty uniquely positioned in offering that range of choice, right? Whether you want to go on-prem or cloud, CapEx, OpEx, it's really quite exciting. So before I hand back to Mark, I just wanted to kind of give you a flavor of where we see the market. So this slide, I'm going to kind of drill down from global to Europe, and then I'm based in the UK, so I have more data on the UK, so we'll look at the UK market. But I thought this is quite interesting just to give us a global view. So there's about 84 million users using cloud-based UC systems, but only 18% penetration. And of course, we'll see on the next slide, that varies a lot by country. But it's an enormous market, the UC market, 25 billion. And I'm not going to walk through all of these numbers. What I wanted to call out was the one up just over halfway down. The UK is the second biggest market in the world with around about 7 million UC users today. So just hold that number of 7 million in your minds for a little while. If we look at the European market rather, this is kind of penetration by geography. So we can see the UK is most highly penetrated, then Spain, Germany, with kind of Ireland on the right-hand side of the least penetration. What this slide shows me is we have an enormous opportunity in front of us, probably once in a career opportunity to really get into a very fast growing market. In terms of the UK, if you remember that 7 million user number from a couple of slides ago, and we think that the UK, according to BT Wholesale, is 30% penetrated by cloud. That means we've got, by my maths, 16 million users still to go at, which is pretty exciting, right? And then you think, and we look at that bottom left slide and you go, oh my goodness, everybody's buying from a national service provider at 70%. But okay, well, let's look at how we would think of ourselves, people on this webinar. The local IT specialist, what's that? That's 10%. Local voice and data specialists, about 7%. So 17% of that 60 million market. That's still 3 million users for us to share. If we could get between us, even a small percentage of that, that would be amazing, right? So the market is there, and I would encourage everybody to consider their voice portfolio. And if you think about I see on the attendees list, we've got a couple of people from Germany and other countries. And if you look at Germany, for instance, the penetration in Germany is much less than the UK. So there's even more of a market to go out. So that 3 million number of users is probably much, much higher. So it's a super exciting time in our industry and our careers to get into a really fast growing market. And I really think Sangoma can help in that. What are the key drivers for UCaaS? It's really decreased total cost of ownership. So moving to that OpEx model where you don't have to make a huge investment in a piece of tin on day one. It's enabling hybrid working, which of course is massively increased after the pandemic of a couple of years ago, and bring your own device. So using a mobile client to access UC, not just being tied to your desk. And I mentioned earlier that we talk about on-premise, and I think we're one of the few UC people that even mention premise-based sales. And I just wanted to talk about that and look at some numbers for a little bit. And you can see this graph here is the bottom, the dark purple is the premise UC, the green is the support for that UC, and obviously the cloud is the top light blue part. But really, there's still the premise still it's not growing, it's kind of flat or down 3%, but it's still, you know, $10 billion. So it's still a huge market. So we can both leverage selling more prem to that market and also leverage moving those guys to cloud. And my final slide before I hand back to Mark to get into the meat and potatoes of this is the fact that I just wanted to compare North America and Western Europe. North America is slowing, right, at 1.9% compound annual growth over the next kind of few years, whereas Western Europe is still growing at 8% CAGR. So again, it just reinforces the fact that we're sitting on a gold mine here, and we really need people to, you know, come join Sangoma and take advantage of it. So Mark, I think I've bored everybody enough with too many numbers. Why don't you take us through how we see the Sangoma partnership?
Thanks very much, Simon. Thanks for that. Yes, I'll go through what is a partner. I'm passionate about the partnerships that we form. So the first question we ask is, what is a partner or a partnership? And if we just look at something like Wiki, it will give you a definition of a partnership, being an arrangement where parties and business partners working with a mutual interest. It's basically two or more individuals or businesses wanting to move together with a common goal. And that's the definition of a partnership. It's not me work for you or you work for me. It's we work together towards that common goal. And there are different types of partnerships, certainly in our marketplace. So we have the telecoms agent, we have the MSP, and we have the reseller. And each one has its own merits. As you can see, we've sort of summarized with single point of contact, carrier agnostic. You know, this is where they are perceived within the marketplace. Also the MSPs and the resellers. So it doesn't matter to Sangoma which partnership we enter into, because we service all three of those channels. Becoming a telecoms partner benefits your business, yeah, and the reason it does that is you may be an IT company now, you may be a print company now, and the telecom side is where you're leaving wallet share on the table. So this allows you to gain that wallet share. It allows you access to more customers than you would have normally got, because you're now getting people who are looking for telecoms, not just print or IT. So that again increases your market penetration. It improves the market value of your sales and your technical staff. And what I mean by that is, because they're gaining more skills, it makes them more attractive in the job market, which basically means that more staff want to come and work for you. Yeah. And then it allows you to be associated with additional market leading brands, because you're stepping away from your traditional vendor set. Okay, and it enables growth because you're going into a very new lucrative revenue stream, and that's what it's about for us all. Partner experiences, I'm just going to leave that there for a minute, because I'm sure each and every one of you on this call has come up against these type of partner experiences, yeah, where the partner you've gone in with, the vendor, the wholesaler, whichever, is stealing your customers, or they demand upfront fees from you, or they apply aggressive targets and then penalise you if you fail them. You know, we've had stories where kit has been left on the dock and it won't get released until the reseller, the agent, actually stumps up the money up front. Yeah, these to me are not partner experiences, these are partner nightmares. Yeah, so this is where partnering with Sangoma is a completely different animal. Okay, we're committed to our partners. We're channel champions. We respect the channel. We respect our partners. Yeah, we're here to help you grow, because that in turn achieves our growth and the scale we want for our business. So you're our channel champions, and we count on you, so we will stand by you. Yeah, and it's a very robust partner program for all those 3 channels. Sangoma's partnership is a partnership, it's not a membership. So we don't apply upfront fees. We don't set you monthly targets and then, penalise you when you fail. We give you regular spiffs and special offers, help you get more sales. We'll help train your staff. We'll help with your marketing, your online presence. We do online marketing as well. Online training as well. Assist with customer engagement, including demonstrations. We will be as involved with your customer as you want us to be. Yeah, and you don't have that fear that we're going to try and steal that customer away from you. That's not within Sangoma's interest. Everything we do is to help you sell Sangoma products. We have assisted targeted marketing development funds, which are obviously spend dependent, and you're able to use the Sangoma logos, which are very well recognized and very well respected in the industry. So the partnership commitment is it's deliver sales and product training. It's provide demos and NMFR products. This is our commitment to you. Yeah, conduct regular business reviews to enforce future success. Now, that's not a case of an account manager comes, sits with you, says, right, what business you're going to bring me, and then sort of on your back every week, have you brought that business in? When we say the business review, that's you tell us the projects you're working on, and you also share with us what you believe you need to get that over the line, and then we will work together to help you get that over the line. Yeah, so that's what we mean by business reviews. We continue to expand our portfolio, which means that we're going to be giving you more products to penetrate your customer deeper. We're giving you the best margins, but obviously special discounts can be arranged for the correct strategic deals. We don't want you to ever lose a deal. We're here to help you with quoting. Only this week I was preparing quotes for people, so that's our norm. We do that with our partners. We will come to customer meetings with you if that's what you want us to do, and we can be come as part of your business. You can white label us, you can do whatever you like. That's a white label in the staff, of course. Yeah, and we will provide full pre-sale support to support you, your staff, and the opportunity. Yeah, and we'll support all your marketing efforts. What we look back for your commitment to us is that you will allow the time for your staff to be trained. Yeah, you will allow your staff the time to be trained on product as well as sales. Yeah, and then you work with Sangoma on the lead generation and on the business plans, and to work together to make sure that the Sangoma products are launched properly for your organization. We look for you to sell the entire Sangoma portfolio, not just one product. And then we look for you to promote Sangoma products, be that your website, be social media, and we'll go into a few marketing ideas in a minute. So, and it's for you to keep up to date with Sangoma news. We share that with you, we make it accessible to you, but we just ask for a bit of your time so that you're up to date and you can whichever level you wish to go to, but become a Sangoma expert. We have different levels of partnership. So we have the authorized, the silver and the gold, each one coming, as you can see, with its own set of benefits. And once we're under NDA, we can share the discount levels, which is why at the top we said discounts good, better, best. The benefits of the Sangoma Partner Program is we're giving you the best products at the best value. We're giving you the best incentives for resellers to grow. That resellers is also any other type of partner. We're giving you improved margins. We're always looking at margins. Different deals have different margins. Come and talk to us. You get priority support. We have 24/7 technical support by phone and email. You have access to that. Empowered training. You tell us the kind of training you want. We have a lot of online training. We also will arrange bespoke training if that's what your organization requires. You have a partner portal where you can do deal registration and things. There's priority access into the marketing programs. Everything is there for you, the partner. Okay. The partner portal is accessible 24/7. Within the partner portal, you can do quotes, you get price lists, you get access into all marketing materials, and also the different versions of the logos if you want to start doing joint marketing material for your own campaigns. Everything's in there. If you do want to find out more about Sangoma Partnership, we can arrange a demonstration of the portal for you. Okay, this is just an example of some of the activities we've done with some of our resellers. So as well as the co-branding, the joint webinars, email campaigns and lead generation, as you can see on there, we've helped fund trade shows, which if you work in a vertical, we're happy to come and support you. And that's not just with money, we have staff on the stand as well for you. And then the social media is, we have a reseller who is doing podcasts, so we contribute with the content for that podcast. And as a vendor, we are in the Fit to Switch program in the UK, and all our resellers are now authorized to use that Fit to Switch logo within their activities. So whichever country you're in, Sangoma will be doing something in that country. Come and partner with us. We'll help you penetrate that marketplace. And with that, I'll hand back over to Simon.
Thank you, Mark. Good stuff. I wanted to quickly talk about the Sangoma team. I mentioned earlier that we're sitting here in our European HQ. And in that HQ, we've got a bunch of people from, us in sales. We have a marketing, the international head of marketing is based here. We have support staff, we have IT staff, and we even have some software developers here as well. So it's a very experienced office, a lot of product expertise, a lot of sales expertise, a lot of language expertise as well. And of course, as you would expect, all of our products have language packs: UK English, French, German, Italian, Spanish. We just added, for instance, Polish language support to some of our phones. So we're really well represented in every major European country. So I don't think there's any fear that we can't deal with doing business anywhere in Europe. So if I could sum up for a minute, what would be my key takeaways from this session? Choice. I think Sangoma provides you choice. It allows you to service the whole market, whether that's premise, cloud, OPEX, or CAPEX. We really value our relationships and our partnerships. It's a two-way street. I think what Mark said is super important. We are a channel champion. We won't ever go around you. The channel is very valuable to us, and we we really do want more partnerships. I think our profit margins that are available, however you're selling, whether that's an agent, an MSP, TSB, or a VAR or a reseller distributor, the margins really are pretty special throughout that chain. So class-leading margins and profit for everybody in the channel. And again, I think we're not super well known, but so it gives you a chance to offer something a little bit different to your customers, rather than in a particular city 10 MSPs or VARs or agents all offering the same solution. You can offer something a little bit different with Sangoma that maybe other people aren't offering, and that gives you an edge. And particularly, one of the other points I wanted to pick up that Mark said is that, you know, the partnership and around the special pricing and promos and spiffs and working to help you quote the customer. We'd always like to help, and what we see when we look at our closure rates of opportunities is the more we're involved, the higher the chance of closing that deal. So I'd really encourage all of you to get us involved as soon as you can, because the chances are that we'll win more business together. So Mark, if you're still there, quick reminder of the webinar series. So we've got part 2 of this coming up in a couple of weeks, where we're going to talk a little bit more about the product line itself and how that allows you to win. A couple of weeks after that, we've got a webinar on free PBX and beyond, how you can bring more of our portfolio to free PBX to enhance the offering to your customers. And then middle of May, we've got a webinar on hospitality solutions and how we can help in that particular vertical. But I think it's now time for questions. So I can see some questions have come in. If you have more, please whack them into the question box and we'll get to them. But I think, Mark, if you're there, I've got a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
The first one is, are there any joining fees for your partner program?
No, is the very simple and quick answer. We do not ask for upfront fees, which I know some of our competitors do. The main thing we ask of you is time, the commitment on time to allow us to train your staff, allow us to train your technical staff, your sales staff on how to sell it. So no fees, just your time to understand the product to be able to sell it properly.
And a question for me, Mark, I guess we have kind of targets for our partners to hit a certain band to be authorized silver or gold, but we don't enforce those or commit those. Talk about how we kind of manage that, if you will.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, I know we have competitors out there who will sign you up as a gold partner, give you a monthly target, and if you fail that monthly target, they'll then change your status from gold to silver, but retrospectively charge you. We don't do anything like that. What we do is everything's on sort of a gentleman's agreement. We work with you to understand what your aims are, and as long as your aims kind of meet our goals, then we're great to work together towards that. If they don't, then we just talk together until we find that common ground where, you know, is it something that's achievable to you? But we wouldn't penalize you, and we don't retrospectively charge you if you fail.
Exactly. We want to become a Sangoma reseller. Who should we contact? And that Andreas is actually from Greece. Maybe I can answer that one because Mark's more involved in just the UK market. But yeah, Andreas, we have, as I said before, we have representation all over Europe. The nice guy that looks after Greece is actually based out of Italy, and I'll put you in touch with him in particular. So that's a good one. Then we have another question for somebody that wants to. Yeah, some other questions here, Mark. But the one I'd like to ask you is, how do I buy hardware?
Okay, we have a network of distributors who we can put you in touch with, and then you choose which distributor you wish to work with. You can also buy hardware via our portal, via our shop, online shop. So yeah, either of those two routes.
Perfect. And we've got a bunch of other questions that are very specific to countries. We'll make sure we get back to you guys with introductions to the local account manager who can help you in your own language, in your own locale. I think the final question I've got here, Mark, is a very blunt one, right? We like blunt questions. We like straight talking here at Sangoma. And the question is, and Mark's from Manchester, and for anybody that doesn't know, people from Manchester have got a reputation as being straight talking anyway. So this is right up your street, Mark. And the question is, what discount do I get?
What discount do you get? Fantastic question. Yes, you're right, Simon. Yeah. The discount will be shared with you once we enter the NDA, but there is, as I said on my slides, there's a discount for being an authorized partner. There's a better discount for being a silver, and there's the best for being gold. We'll share those with you once you enter the NDA with us.
Exactly. Perfect. Well, I think that brings us to a close. Please, our contact details are on the screen there. If you have any last-minute questions or anything, please let us know. Give us your feedback at europe@sangoma.com. Very, very happy to receive a phone call as well. But thank you everybody for attending. As I said at the beginning, it's really exciting to see so many people interested. And Mark, I'll hand it over to you just to close out.
Well, thank you very much, guys. As you know, part 2 is on the 5th of March, where we'll be delving into the product set. So thank you very much for your time. The contact details are on that final slide. The slides will be shared with you. If you've got any further questions, please reach out to us. Thank you again for your time today.